Susan Pringle Frost, Savior of Charleston. Susan Pringle Frost was an active women's suffragist and historic home preserver from Charleston, South Carolina. To me, Miss Susan Pringle Frost was one of the most remarkable women who ever lived in Charleston, said Mabel Pulitzer during an interview. Susan Pringle Frost contributed to the common good of Charleston and its past and future residents because reason number 1, she was an active women's suffragist. Frost strongly believed that women should be equal to men, and that is why she was such a strong supporter of women's rights. Frost spoke to many senators and representatives to try and get the 19th Amendment and an Equal Rights Amendment passed. Frost's women's rights efforts prove that she cared a lot about how women were not given the same rights and opportunities as men during this time. She contributed to the common good of Charleston because she pushed for these equal rights. Reason number 2, she was a part of proactive organizations. Susan Pringle Frost was first president of the Charleston Equal Suffrage League, and she founded the Preservation Society of Charleston. The Preservation Society of Charleston's goal was to save the historic homes in Charleston from being sold to out-of-state buyers or from being completely destroyed. They wanted these beautiful pieces of Charleston's history to be preserved. The Charleston Equal Suffrage League was a group that fought for equal voting rights for women. They recognized the lack of equality in men and women and fought for women's suffrage. Susan Pringle Frost contributed to the common good of Charleston by being a part of these proactive organizations and by supporting them as much as she did. Reason number 3, she preserved historic homes. Susan Pringle Frost had a deep passion for preserving old homes. Frost wanted to preserve these homes so that the old architecture would be saved. She wanted everyone to realize how useful and beautiful these old homes still were. With the help of the Preservation Society of Charleston, Susan preserved many homes all over the city, including homes on East Bay Street, which is now home to Rainbow Row. Susan Pringle Frost contributed to the common good of Charleston by saving these homes so that the future residents could enjoy them, and so that these pieces of Charleston's history would not be demolished. Some may argue that destroying the historic homes in Charleston would benefit the city because it would make room for more modern structures. However, these historic homes reflect Charleston's past and are important to its history. Modern buildings and homes could be added on to other areas of the city. Conclusion. Susan Pringle Frost contributed to the common good of Charleston and its past and future residents because of her extensive women's rights activism, the preservation of many historic homes, and all of her work with several proactive organizations. If Frost had not put in all of her hard work for this city, Charleston could have turned out to be a completely different place.
Created using Powtoon.